Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in. Where is my Fugi? I have messed up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. There I am. And it's... I'm a professional. I swear. I swear I am. Welcome in, Conway. Thank you for the lurk. Always appreciated. Let's get some of this music turned up just a little bit. Celeste, as always, because it's copyright free, you know. Hello. I was hoping I might be able to do chainmail tonight, and I can. Hands. Hello. Elephant in the room, out of the way. Voila. Actually, I might need to turn that just a little bit and not face reveal myself. Not that my face is any different than what you're seeing on the screen, but Tokyo. Hello already. Hi. Hello. Oh, it's nice to see new faces. I have no idea where you possibly could have come from. So, what am I doing tonight? I am... Oh, I skipped time since I... Hi, Frankie. I skipped time since the last time you saw me. So, the last time we were doing this, we were just taking individual rings and we were either opening or closing them. Since then, I have made them into this, which is the actual 4-in-1 or Euro 4-in-1 unit. It's literally one ring around 4 other rings. And with that, you make these very long chains. So that's where I'm at. This is the bulk of the project. I will be making as many of these little strips as humanly possible. And then once I have these strips, I will start connecting them downwards. So it'll be strip, strip, strip. And yeah, it's awesome. It's gonna be really cool. I am looking forward to this cosplay. I was inspired by Gateway Fate. I want to be a character. And so therefore, my thought was a Manolane of all people. So, but also Orchifant. But when I present it at the masquerade, I'm gonna be a Manolane because come on, how could I not be dance on stage? Like, it's perfect. It's gonna be hilarious. Welcome in, Phoenix. Nice to see you here. Like I was telling Tokyo, I have no idea how you possibly found me. Hello, Frankie, Super Science Comrade. Yes, as per usual, this is gonna be an open Totsu for people that I play Final Fantasy XIV with. I'm gonna go unmute and undeafen for anybody that wants to hop in now. And do not feel obligated to have to hop in. I can chatter people's ears off, especially new people. Welcome in, Holly. Hello, Gray. Crashes through the window. Gray, no, Frankie is here. What are you doing? You're gonna cause a natural disaster one of these days. I just know it. Didn't you take out a mountain one time? What are you doing with your life? No, Frankie! I hardly knew ye. Okay, so the interesting thing about this is that... Oh, actually, let me get back out the chain strip for a demonstration. Oh, and hello, Valorium. Welcome, welcome. One of these days, I'll actually make a schedule and I'll be able to use your fan art. Okay, so the interesting thing about this is that you can see that some of the rings are going in this direction and some of them are going in that direction. If you don't lay them up perfectly in the zigzag pattern, it won't lay right and it won't expand like it needs to. And apparently one of the big mistakes people make when making chainmail shirts is that they don't make sure it can fit around their shoulders, and then they have to completely undo it, add more strips down the back, and that is not something I want to worry about. So this has a little bit of extra give on these ends for it to fit over my head. Hooray. That would be terrible to make. Okay, it's one thing, right, to sew a shirt and have it not fit, and then maybe you can take the seams out. This? Okay, let's get to it. If anyone from the FBI or CIA shows up, I didn't do it. I didn't see shit. I have no idea what you're talking about. Also, VTube Studio still does not want to connect to my iPhone, so we just are gonna have a Fugi Twyla again. Oh yeah, introductions! I am Twyla Dreams. I am a dream research VTuber. I do a lot of karaoke, several crafting streams. Right now I am working my way through Bug Fables. After that it will be Breath of the Wild, and after that, I finally get to start Elden Ring. I've beaten Dark Souls 3, I have been bitten by the Soulsborne bug, and I can't wait to play more. So that is Twyla in a nutshell. I do in fact work in a laboratory, so Science Comrade is perfectly accurate. And yeah, sometimes I talk about lab work, sometimes I talk about dreams. I was reminded of a very interesting dream the other day where, so I, as a kid, I had really, really vivid dreams. And the one that I remembered was when the doorway to my high school gym was actually a portal that teleported me into some desert world where I was expected to find a peregrine falcon, and the path that I was expected to find the peregrine falcon was my bus route. I rode the bus all the way up through high school because I wasn't one of the cool kids whose parents were like, yeah, we'll get you a car, and that's okay. I didn't mind. Honestly, being able to play video games in the morning for an hour, because my bus ride was an hour in the morning and then like 10 minutes at night. Being able to play video games in the morning on the bus ride, you think I was gonna complain? That shit is how I played Final Fantasies 1 through 6 on the Game Boy Advance. After playing them on the Super NES, I'm old, don't judge me. Elden bag noises. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to, that'll be a lot of fun. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. I just haven't, you know, life stuff happens sometimes. Why is the music sad? You know what, we'll go with it. We'll do some chill vibes. I'm only planning to be here for about an hour and a half. And after that, I'm gonna go wish Kendra a very happy birthday. Busking! Hold up, I know you can't do it, but yeah, fist bump. Fist bump. Did I? Conway! Are we allowed to make those kinds of jokes anymore? Is that offensive? Am I gonna get bonked? Please be careful what you say in chat. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Have to help run a Smash Bros tournament next month for a charity thing. The high school you work at's pantry. Your high school has a pantry? Like for disadvantaged students? That's freaking awesome. But yes, oddly enough, actually. So you were actually a special, okay, you know what? I feel like you have every right to use that joke then. I will not use jokes like that, but, I did, however, when I was teaching, I drove our activity bus. That certainly was something. I have not driven a vehicle that large since, and weirdly enough, you do not have to have a CDL to drive an activity bus. All right, so once you get them lined up, I grabbed the wrong ring. Ring, ring. It's a little hard to see. I unfortunately cannot make it any better. And then we close them. And this is my life. This is my life for the next, I don't know how many hours, but just like that, we have an incorrectly made piece of chainmail. I got distracted. Oh no. Always double check your work, folks. God, I'm embarrassed. Okay, well then. Let me just fix that. Nothing happened. You totally didn't see me mess up the first piece of chainmail. I swear, the one over here, I made it. I promise. I just got a little mixed up. It's fine. The short bus jokes get a pass. Those actually were cool buses. I think so. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, I'll find that later. I just put that back in the wrong place. Brian, welcome in. Also, hello, Zach. And I don't think I greeted you properly, Gray. I just think I told you were going to injure Frankie. Good to see you too. I know this time change shit is messing me up. I was not prepared for how much my body would not agree with it at all. Okay, in, out, and out. There we go. That's properly fastened. Yep, just like that. Perfect. All right, and now, if I can hold it up properly, a chain. It's okay, you don't have eyes, you didn't see anything. I appreciate it. I always appreciate the vote of confidence of not messing up dramatically. The window shards were delicious. Yeah, you may be immortal, but didn't it hurt? Didn't it not feel very good at all? I don't know. Maybe I underestimate you. Welcome in, John. Hello, hello. Time change shit is awful. You're gonna sue the sun and you're gonna sue the government. Why? I want an actual genuine reason to why we do have daylight savings time still. Maybe they have a proper reason for it, and maybe I just don't think it's valid. Oh, let's try that again. Because I know some of it is like they're worried about energy expenditure or something more dangerous driving at night or in the morning or something, but it does eventually get to the point where it doesn't really matter in the end. It's already dark before 5 o'clock now. I feel like that isn't very good for the people who are trying to drive home after 5 o'clock anyway. Ooh, I do like that sound when the rings come back and click together. Ring ASMR, anybody? Play a lawyer on the internet, you'll represent. As much as you'd like to stay, one of your friends wants to play games with them. No, absolutely, Charted RV. You have fun. This is never an obligation. And I'm not going to be going for very long anyway. Just an hour and a half or so. Yeah, have a good night. Nice to see you. Yeah, this is like the lowest obligation thing you could possibly do. It's great to see you guys in my chat, but like, maybe talking is not... It's the stream debuff. You start talking and then all of a sudden you forget how to do things. Yeah, this is not the, the most necessary part of your day. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. It's actually harmful to your sleep cycles. See, I've seen heart attack rates go up after you change daylight, and my body sure as heck ain't handling it very well. Which I do, in fact, work in a lab, and I need my full wits about me because some of the stuff that I work on is not safe. Like the amount of stuff that's like reproductive toxin, inhalation hazard. The fact that I did in fact get exposed to styrene that one time just because someone made a mistake. Not that styrene is like super dangerous in low doses, but it was the fact that the smell triggered a migraine so bad that I wasn't walking straight. Like, it can be dangerous, and I don't want to be the person that causes things to go wrong. You're not obligated to be in a Twilight stream. Nah, welcome in, Topi. It's good to see you. But yeah, I'm actually pretty proud. I got everything reported out that was ready to report out today, and I got everything started that needed started today. Yay. Successful scientist moments. I was talking with someone the other day that may choose to reveal themselves if they would like or not, about exactly what I do there. And being as vague as possible, there are several different levels of science that you can do when you have either no degree, a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, things like that. So I started out in analyzing. So your quality analysts will basically test to make sure that everything is supposed to be in the product is in the product, and that anything that is not supposed to be in the product is not in the product. And sometimes that means when I was working in pharmaceuticals, we would have things on the shelf for 18 months, 24 months at a time, and we would have to test them 3 months at a time to make sure that if they were on the shelf, they were still stable, and that it didn't degrade. And that was one of the things we tested for, was degradants, so that it did not degrade into something that was dangerous to be either injected into your body, or I worked with ophthalmics, the eye drops, or that it wasn't dangerous to put it in your eye. Others, like industrial use, some of the stuff I used for industrial use, maybe they just cared about the color of it. Maybe they cared that it was the right viscosity, but it wasn't really testing it for anything other than maybe metals as a foreign material, because you do not want something that is supposed to make things slide to have little chunks of metal in it. That was an easy test. Just ran a magnet over it and hoped that it didn't pick anything up. But now that I'm a grown scientist... Oh, did I just... I did. I didn't actually attach that one, so this is just gonna be a... What, a 9 ring one? That's fine. I'll put it back down. It'll be fine. But now that I am a grown-up scientist, my job is to... What have I done here? Have I done here? Come on. Nope, other way. There we go. Part of this is just being able to recognize the direction that your rings are going and not mess it up. So now what I do, a lot of it still is plant support, but it's if the place that I am supporting has an emergency and maybe their instruments are down, or maybe something has gone terribly wrong and it's beyond their testing to know if it's actually safe to operate, I'll step in. Alternately, I'm hoping to get to the point here soon where, after learning about so many of our products, I can be the one to develop tests for those products. Something is wrong here. Is something wrong here? No, it's fine. So that is where the R&D proper part. You can do science things and not have a degree? Yeah, you absolutely can. I worked with several people at my first lab. Now, keep in mind, you're not going to get the best jobs until you get more experience. But I worked with several people who had high school degrees and GEDs, because it's the entry levels of chemistry are not so, or science of testing, they're not so advanced that they can't be trained. You don't need a deeper understanding to do base level chemistry or base level wet testing. So yeah, I worked with several people who just had a knack for it, came in, picked it up, worked hard. That was some of the locations are better than others. I personally would never go back to a lab like that, just because the experience can be not great. But it paid a pretty significantly better than minimum wage. So, and I picked up a lot of overtime. I worked so much overtime, and a millennial talking about financial stuff. I worked so much my last year there that at $22 an hour, I almost came away with $100,000. And it all went to student loans. But I paid off my student loans. So, yeah, I was working 60 to 72 hour weeks on a rotating shift. Oh, that's part of what made it so bad. If you ever have the chance to work in a plant location, make sure it's not rotating shifts. It will mentally destroy you. None of us came away from working there okay, partly because of the schedule. But there are other people in my location And their job is to... Uh-oh, I don't like the way this one is sitting. There we go. It's their job to improve the process in the plants. So they're more like the engineers and the chemical engineers and stuff. Those you're looking at probably like master's degrees levels or bachelor's with considerable amount of experience. I am not an engineer, so I get to stick with making the chemical testing and the instrumentation aspect of things. Make those methods instead of production methods. And I'm looking forward to when I can finally do my first method. I've done method validation. That's something I got to do at the pharmaceutical job, but I have not gotten to actually make my own method yet. And that will include hitting the books and seeing how chemicals interact. And yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice to finally like make it, you know? Never even seen that kind of money before. I'm nowhere near on a salary job but I also ruined my health to do so. And I would not recommend doing what I did. I came away from it in my life less stressed, but while I was there, I didn't function well. I hallucinated. It was so bad, the stress and the lack of sleep, that I would hallucinate. And I came very close to a full mental breakdown. And when I finally got my student loans paid off, I told myself that no amount of money would make me put myself through that again. And I won't. I don't ever want to be in management. I don't want to be a supervisor because my time and my mental health are more important to me than any amount of money that I could make. Hello, Abaddon. Welcome in. You came in on a really heavy, part of the conversation. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't have an official name yet. I think at one point we thought Dreamweaver. Grand Negus, glad you made it to your stream. Ah, were you the one who helped me with the certain plot of land that came up for availability so that I might have a house? And if that was not you, welcome in. It's nice to meet you. I don't know. Someone said they would stop by. I'm waiting to find them. The scientific comrade method. Yeah, eventually. Also, is my stream behind again? I'm getting freaking notifications that I'm dropping frames again. I thought YouTube had fixed this, but I suppose they have not. And with whoop. There we go. All right, 2 more from the ones that I first laid down, and then I'm gonna move it over to the side just a little more and work on it from this end. Actually, let's do that now. I love how it compresses. It just feels so good. Look at that. Oh, it's so satisfying. Whoop. I would make a joke about that, but there are people here I don't know yet. I don't want to scare them away. If you know, you know. It is! Don't remember the Ferengi laws. Oh no! Okay, see, I need to rewatch old Star Trek. I don't remember it like I need to. But I did have someone spouting Star Trek in my ear today, so it was enjoyable. So many me, whoop! Just throw things at myself. Don't mind me. Injuring myself is a daily habit. You thought that was your internet? It's mine. Except I don't even think it's mine. I think it's YouTube. And oh my God, I'm getting angry. Because it's been weeks at this point, and it makes me, I just want my streams to work properly. Aha, thank Thank you, Grand Nagus. It was... Am I saying that right? Hold up. Let me correct. If I'm not, let me correct it, because I consider it like Magus from Chrono Trigger, and it might not be. So if I'm not pronouncing your name right, please do let me know. I try to get everybody's names right. Are you okay, Frankie? I remember a few of the 200 plus rules of acquisition. I do remember that. Oh gosh. All right, well, let's lay out more foreign ones. So I am limited by how much I can produce this time around. I got about 4,500 rings, and I split them in half between opens and closed. And with the closed rings, I was able to get about 550 of the 4-in-1 units. So that is my stopping point to when I can start connecting them downwards. Is once I can no longer make strips, I'll make them sheets and then start the process all over again. But it's nice to see progress. Let the hate flow. Wait, but that's Star Wars. What are you doing? You can't trick me. You can't trick me. But yes, courtesy of Grand Nagus, I might be able to have a house in 14 now. I am so freaking excited. I don't have anything to decorate it with, but I'll have it. And I can acquire now that, oh, that would be a perfect thing to empty out my inventory of 4 retainers of crafting materials for. I'll make furniture. It's gonna be a great house. I'll just have a house decorating stream. How about that? Yes. But they were from, number 19, satisfaction is not guaranteed. You know what? Speaking of houses. But yeah, they were from the FC that I abandoned. But I think I needed to be somewhere with people that I knew that I could mess up around and not feel like bad for messing up around. I am a glass cannon of emotion, and I can be both confident and very quick to lose confidence at the same time. It's not good. But here I am. In all my glory, I guess. All right. Well, they're laid out. Let's keep going. Yeah, my first experience was Deep Space Nine and The Next Generation. Like, so my dad was military. My dad was in the Navy, and Mom would record all of the shows that would be on while he was away. And so we just kind of, in a day where you weren't binging, like shows, you couldn't binge shows, my dad would get back from Westpac and we would binge whatever Star Trek series happened to be on. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Did I? Yeah? No? Something is wrong here. One of these rings turned. One of these rings turned while I was putting this one on, so it's not sitting properly. It's gotta have that cute zigzag? Cool zigzag. I freaking love the zigzag pattern in this. Thought you were talking about actual house land. Girl on stream right now. I have a house. I own my house. I mean, I have a mortgage on my house, but I do have a house. So yeah, that was my Star Trek experience. I distinctly remember, was it the movie? Was it the movie where Picard had a dream that he got assimilated by the Borg? And that scared the ever-loving shit out of me. That was horrifying to little me. And I had nightmares about the Borg after that movie. Ugh, terrible. As long as I feel good where I am, I'm in the right place. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. Okay, and get this one. All right. Yeah, there's a reason why I tend to do this on stream where I can talk to people. If I'm not doing it at stream, I'm literally making chainmail at lunch, which it's okay. Here's something that a lot of people don't realize about scientists is that, like, at work, it's all very strict rules, strict procedure. You have to prep the samples this way, integrate the samples this way, process them this way, report them out this way. So when we get out of work, we're like, what can I do that is really creative? What can I do that is just something that I can do? And so there are so many people there at work that crochet, that paint, that there's someone else at work who does chainmail. She was actually one of them that helped me. So I was mentioning wanting to make a chainmail shirt for cosplay, and she was like, I went on to some of my cosplay groups on Facebook, or my chainmail groups on Facebook. The resounding idea was just buy a cheap one, and I'm like, but the process. So contrary, because they're like, oh, if it's just for cosplay, but I don't think they understand how cutthroat cosplay can be when you're entering a masquerade. 70% of that cosplay on average has to be handmade. Most of this cosplay is chainmail. It has to be handmade. It is a major portion. And I could have cheated it. They have like, oh my god, I need to just get this ring on and not talk for a moment, apparently. They have very interesting solutions for chainmail now, where you have, it was first contact. He relived his time as Locutus in a dream. Thank you. I love when people can pick up my missing knowledge. See, you could ask me about like a whole bunch of 16-bit era video games and I could probably answer the questions. TV and movies don't stick in my mind as well. I have forgotten what I was just talking about, and that is okay. Hey, speaking of nightmares, who's gonna have nightmares to this theme? There we go, got it. Imagine you remember being in your dragon hyperfixation phase and not being able to stay home from church to watch the Animal Planet documentary. Push your folks to get a VHS player so you can finally record. Hot take, the TNG movies are action schlock. Damn, non-canon in your head. See, I would have to, with a more critical eye, now that I'm older, I would have to watch them over again. But who knows when that would be. The process is half the fun too. Yeah, I'm gonna look back at this, and here's the thing about this particular, like, if I get this done, I can literally cosplay any character from 14 that has this style of hauberk. All I have to do is change the emblems. I could be Lady Laniette for fuck's sake. Like, I could be any knight character in 14. And all I have to do is change itty bitty parts of the costume. It is so multi-purpose. And I mean, it's a, oh, did that, we'll see if that actually works. Or any game that has anything, like, once I have it made, I can just repurpose it and do so many things. Dang it, that one turned again. I'm getting too excited. It's fine, it's fine. My friend once said that it's not a sewing project if you don't have to bust your seam ripper out. And I feel like it's not a chainmail project if you don't have to remove a whole bunch of rings and try to do it all over again. One of my friends from work is putting on a huge masquerade for her birthday, and all of us are invited, and her theme is dragons for her costume. And so she 3D printed out some dragon scale, but she's doing the chain all herself. And when she found out that I was doing this after she had made her small pieces, she was like, girl, you're crazy. It's forks and knives and claws out in cosplay. It really is. And I've never cared so much before because I never had a reason to enter any of my former cosplays into a contest. This is contest worthy right here. And I even learned that the gambeson that goes underneath has to be quilted, which actually helps me because I was looking at Orchifont's outfit and for a moment I thought that it almost looked like his gambeson was pleated at the end. And let me tell you, I hate sewing pleats. So when I found out that gambesons are just quilted, I was like, oh my God, that's just top stitching. That's all that is. And it was like a weight off my shoulders that I didn't have to try to pleat an item that long. The pattern of my desk mat reminds you of the Stargazer deck outside furnishing item. Oh my gosh. You know what? That might just be my aesthetic for a lot of the stuff in my house. Because I do love this kind of mystical... I'm not so much into the witchy stuff as I used to be, but I did have quite the witchy phase. I still have my tarot cards. I used to be pretty decent at reading tarot cards, but that was a lifetime ago. That was a different phase in my life. But I still love the aesthetic. Using a seam ripper is cathartic. I love, oh my gosh. And then like you get, is it like just the texture of pulling, like let's say you get a really good rip down the middle of a seam and then you pull it apart and you can feel each of the little threads coming back through the hole. Oh, that is so satisfying. No, I am fully on board with you there, Holly. Plate mail next stream so I can be Frog. Oh my gosh. I need to find for you, Frankie. There is a... Was it at Worlds in 20... I don't remember what year. I could find it just by looking it up, I'm sure. But at one of the World cosplay competitions, someone did Luca and Robo, and it was incredible. And of course, me being a Chrono Trigger fan, it was immediately just like, oh my god, best cosplay. I don't think they won, but I, in my biases, I think they had the best cosplay. And the teaser video that they put them all in was, oh, chef's kiss. I'm just a sucker. I'm a sucker for the old things that I used to play, seeing them still represented. I love seeing modern cosplays too, don't get me wrong, but it always just hits that childhood, like, I don't know, feel good center when you see something that you recognize from so long ago that people still love. It's like, I was not alone. I messed that up. All right, over here. Still mad that she let Emmy the way she did. Wait a minute. So pretty, all the constellations and Astro theme. I think I am not understanding the reference, and that is okay. That was meant for someone else. Yes, Astro themes inject them into my veins. I love them clearly. I actually, hold up. Did I miss it? Was it last week? Did I mess up? I need to do some searching really quick because I think I might have missed the Leonids this year, or is it tonight? Geminids are usually like the 14th to the 16th. It's the Leonid meteor shower. It peaks the 18th. Okay. All right. For my space lovers, because I have just been apparently too overwhelmed and forgot to look, the Leonid meteor shower peaks on the 18th, and that will be in the early morning on the 18th, not the night of the 18th. So if you want to see some meteors, some really good meteors, because I've seen some awesome shooting stars from the Leonids before, make sure that you head out in the, I mean, you could probably head out late evening on the 17th, but just make sure that you catch your meteor shower. Your next chance will be in December, and then you kind of have to wait till August. So now is the time. Get your meteor shower fix. I remember, so I had to take astronomy for my degree. It was because I was teaching in the sciences, I had to take level courses across all of the sciences. One of those was astronomy. And we were out in the woods locally, one of the... Ooh, that is coming along. One of the local state parks. And we had... What did I do here? We had our red flashlights out. We were taking notes. No, literally, what did I do? How did I do that? Is that wrong? Is that right? Oh, I hooked it on the wrong way. Whatever, we'll try again. It's fine. We had our red flashlights out. We were taking notes, and we had just gotten done, and we look up, and we see a meteor the brightness of Jupiter streak across the sky. It was long, it was bright, it was beautiful, and you just hear this chorus of, ooh, followed immediately by, what did I miss? This poor guy. It was the best meteor. It was the best meteor I think I've ever seen then and since, and he missed it entirely. Okay, maybe that's a lie. I did see a bolide fall to Earth after a really nasty trip. I had gone to Anime Milwaukee, and instead of trying to drive there because it was a considerable distance, I took public transport, and that was a mistake. And so 6 hours of being stuck in a bus terminal later, it is now 2 o'clock in the morning before they are getting me to where I can go back home. But then I just see this massive fireball streak across the sky. And here's the thing about fireballs like that. If you see a fireball like that, you can report it to the American Meteorological Society. And if other people also record it, they can triangulate its distance-ish, its trajectory, how long it lasted, did it have a terminal flash. It's super cool stuff. And you can just be like a little bit of a citizen scientist if you see a very bright meteor. Space is scary, but that's not scary, and you can stay on Earth for it. Space is scary. Speaking of things that gave me nightmares, neutron stars, terrifying. I have an irrational fear of neutron stars because of taking astronomy. Or maybe it's irrational. Like, the chances of encountering a neutron star are astronomically low. So maybe it is an irrational fear, but it's also very rational if you know about neutron stars. Welcome in, Inochi. Hoot evening to you. That's you, you're a space lover. Like digging the sharp point into the loop. Yes. Do I know that 14's night sky has falling stars too? I think I did. Because I think when I very first started to stream, I think I saw one and someone mentioned it. But I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to keep looking up. That would be really cute to just go out in a party and stargaze. Oh, now I want to do that. That is really cute. Oh. And I am not 100% sure I got this one on right. We'll see. Regardless, progress is being made, and I can be very happy for it. Oof, sounds like something that would happen to you. Wait, what would happen to you? LinkedIn missed it. You're that oh, yeah, no. It was that poor man. Oh, no. Being the emotional person that I am sometime, I think I would, if I didn't see it, I would probably regret it to this day. But maybe it wasn't as important to him. I just really like space. Space. Still need to play Portal 2. I need to play Portal 2, but the problem is I also need to take anti-nausea for it. So it has to, I have to be willing to take medicine that day to play Portal 2. Here, fireball. Bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. Is that it? Did I get the reference? Because at first my brain went to, because baby you're a firework. And that's not the same song, and that is not correct. Neutron stars, you're in love. You know what? You know what, Mr. Immortal Bagman? You can have them. You will face no competition from me. Oh yeah, for people who don't know what neutron stars are, I'm just playing with this now. Oddly satisfying texture just to run your hand over rings. Oh, it's so nice. To those who don't know what neutron stars are, they are what remains after it's basically just a compact ball of neutrons. Everything else is gone out of them. They are incredibly dense. They are, I mean, relatively small. But the problem is, because they have so much mass for being as dense as they are, they hypothetically, if you were to drop a teaspoon of neutron star onto the surface of the Earth, it would create a hole rotating through, out, and in, and back out, and in and back out of the Earth. The Earth, they said, would look like Swiss cheese. If you were to encounter a full-size neutron star, the Earth would end up as a shell around the neutron star the width of your thumb. In an instant, you would be flattened beyond recovery. Everything on Earth, the Earth itself would be flattened beyond recovery. And that's just a little scary to me. Like, there are few things in the universe that will cause instantaneous doom. And they're one of them. Horrifying. I hate it. I hate it so much. Space, you think of Mel Brooks. Spaceballs? Wait, did he do Spaceballs? He did do Spaceballs, didn't he? There's someone on our server. There's someone on our server in Final Fantasy XIV named Men in Tights. And he has, what was it? Frankie, what was it? Was it, did you say Abe Lincoln? Oh, History of the World Part 2. Did he also do Spaceballs? Yeah, he did. Yes, that's the ref. Nailed it. Sat on your Stargazer deck just before you joined me, and there it was. That is... I love that for you. That sounds wonderful. Perhaps I will be just across the way from you, also staring up at the sky, and we can see one together. And then I can, like, send tell and freak out at you and be like, oh my god, I saw a shooting star. Fuck space, fuck neutron stars, keep them away from me. I'm in Holly's corner, Frankie. They're all yours. As many as you want to eat / absorb / fuel your bag-like body, however you want them. Yet again, you will face no competition from me. Ow. I dug. It didn't even hurt. It just felt really weird. One of the rings got stuck in my nail. Oh my god. Holy crap. I completely forgot. I haven't been able to stream this week. You know what? We're gonna skip this. It's okay. This one is better for storytelling. I was in a music video this weekend. So, someone that I know IRL, they're oh wait, hold up, real quick. Look at my watch face for all of the nerds in chat. So one of my friends IRL knew the person who was going to be filming the music video for a local band, and I'm not the jealous type. I am the type of person that will be like, holy shit, that's really cool, tell me all about it when you get done. But like, I'm not gonna be like, wow, sure wish I could go, that would be really awesome. You might do you think that you could invite me along? Would that be... I'm not that type of person. But I know how to swing dance. And so I get a text from this friend Thursday. It's like, you know how to swing dance, right? We might need you. And even though I'm not the type of person that's super jealous and gonna be like, oh, you should totally invite me along, I'm also not the type of person to turn something like that down. So it was like, it was old themed, old like noir film style-esque. And so I was in a black dress with a thigh slit, a dangly necklace. I had a bold lip, smoky eyeshadow. I tried to curl my hair. My hair does not hold style. There is a reason it is braided and just exists, because I do not have, oh, I need even more on this. I do not have hair that will take a style well, so that part is not accurate. Whatever. The rest of it was awesome. And that's why my nails are actually done for once, because I had to do them to be period accurate. And I had a blast. My joints the next day were displeased because I spent about 2.5 hours in heels dancing in the background of all of the scenes that were being shot. So worth it. So worth it. And talking nerdy shit with the band because we were dancing right by them, and all of a sudden I hear them start talking about Dark Souls, and I was like, you don't say. Is this some conversation about video games that I am hearing? And it was just like a super laid back environment. So I was just like, you know, I'm something of a Soulsborne player myself. And we got talking about, and the bass line in particular reminded me of the Robot Factory from Chrono Trigger. It was that dun 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 dun, except they cut it off a little bit before that. But when I brought that up, someone was like, oh my god, one of the band members was like, you're right, it does kind of sound like that, and then turned to his other band member and said, you need to play, even if you don't play Chrono Trigger, you need to listen to the soundtrack because it has great music. And I was like, damn right you do. Yes, you absolutely need to listen to the soundtrack. Sweet. L-Cars? Oh yeah, Sorry, took me a moment to, I thought I was missing, like I thought there was a typo until my brain caught up. Yeah! When I found out they had a Star Trek style, I just had to. I might not be the biggest fan, I might not know all the things, but damn it, I can rep my nerdiness like everybody else. Oh yeah, I was saying, the one that I started to remember most was Voyager. Voyager was really, I was at the age that I could actually remember it. Oh my god, when Neelix left, my fucking heart. And Tuvok did the foot, like the little foot dance. So good. That was cinema. Hey yo. But yeah, that was a good one. And then I remember Enterprise. I remember enjoying Enterprise. Enterprise was the time. Enterprise was the time I started having crushes on cute guys. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. But I definitely had some crushes from Enterprise. Anyway, so about this chainmail. Oh, why isn't it laying right? Oh no. Okay, got it. Why am I so embarrassed about that? Eve? Wait, oh, Joy's screaming. I thought you were mentioning the game. I need to play that game. I've heard really good things about Ib. Interesting how people with curly hair straighten it, people with straight hair curl it. The only reason that I was curling it is to fit with the style of the day. I don't really want to try to style my hair all that much, but considering I wanted to be as period accurate as possible, despite it not being that serious, that's the only reason I wanted to try to curl it. It was also a special kind of hell because I have like Velcro rollers and they were scratching against my face all day and driving me absolutely insane. I didn't know that I had such a like sensory thing for Velcro until that moment, and by then it was too late. So I will keep that in mind for the future because unpleasant, very unpleasant. Robot Factory, yeah, you know. I mean, of course you would know. You are Frankie. We frequently bond over 16-bit RPGs. Of course you would know. Okay, testing it back around my shoulders. I'm excited. It works up. Oh, I need quite a few more. It works up so quickly. Once you have the base parts done, it really does come together quite well. Now, the interesting thing is going to be figuring out how I want to pattern the bottom of it where it goes into that V. Like, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I am nowhere near that yet, so... There we go. Oh my gosh, this also sounds very... I don't know, it almost sounds kind of Kid Icarus-y. I like it. There we go. Yeah, maybe what I will do is I will finish this strip out, get a little bit of a start on the next one. I'm not gonna have time to get the next strip fully made, but you will have an idea of what happens with Chainmail now. And then probably, I mean, I just like talking with people while I do these. Usually I do gates, but I didn't want to... Did I end up No, I don't think I wanted to... Oh wait, I did end up teleporting. I teleported, hey, I can go to Gridania now and it will be cheap. Oh, Enterprise was done so dirty, it had so much potential. See, I was not in the proper headspace to be able to accurately judge Enterprise. That was when I was entering high school, and high school was a fucking mess. And I just liked the escapism of it. Or at least that's one of the things that I liked very much about it, was the escapism. So I wouldn't mind if you told me more about how they ruined its potential. Because that is... Media literacy is not something I learned until later. There we go. Ooh, I feel like that one worked really well. Yay! Ta-da! If you put hair stuff to make your fluff fluffier, it turns into straight. Does it almost treat it like relaxer? Or weird? You think anyone would hate Velcro on their skin? You know what? That's fair. I guess I just didn't consider it. And with the way that I parted my hair, because apparently side parts were in back then, with the way I parted my hair, I wasn't able to get one side of rollers up high enough to get off my skin. That was half the problem. Okay, back around the shoulders. Oh, I think we might have it. Okay, let me compare it to the length of this one. I need to get a, oh, hey, I needed that. I need to get a string or a piece of yarn. I have plenty of yarn. I need to get some yarn and actually, oh, that is turned, and actually properly compare these. Did that one not sit right? Hold up. Wait a minute. Nope, that is incorrect. I need to fix that one. My pattern recognition is improving significantly doing this. But I did in fact mess it up somehow. Okay, come on. Lay down. Lay properly. Not quite. That one's right. This one's wrong. It needs to go. But these are correct, so why are these not laying right? There we go. Got it. And then that way. Oh, this was the first one I did. Okay, we're gonna add this onto this end, I think. The first one I made today I messed up. Unless I am losing my mind. Why are these not sitting right? There we go. Whew! Kid Icarus mentioned? Yes, Kid Icarus mentioned. You know me. You know I am old. I mean, oldish. I'm not like a geezer or anything, or a grandma. Could I be old enough to be a grandma? Technically, yes. But we're not gonna go there. There we go. This feels better. There we go. Sitting properly. Welcome in, Thaddeus. Hello, hello. All right, so. We've got. There we go. All right, let's compare. Shoot, of course they're turned. Unpleasant. All right. Okay, looks like I might be missing 1 unit. 2 units. On this one. All right. Okay. 2 more units on this one, and we will call this one done. If I decide that when they are ready to be put together into sheets that I did in fact mess up the size of them, it could be fixed then. It will be perfectly fine. But I also think I need to have this flipped. Yeah, there we go. All right, 2 more units. The weight of it, oh, it was the volumizer, but the weight of it made it straight. Ah, media literacy is learned by reading fanfic and anime and going, okay, so that's obviously weird, but like, I like it. I mean, there's something to be said for being able to analyze media too, though. Like, I think it's very easy to look at something and just take it at face value without understanding what is actually meant by it and getting a completely wrong interpretation, which people do tend to do. The C-suite and writers couldn't work out how to save the show, not that it needed saving in your opinion. The first indication you got was that for the first time ever, a Star Trek series got a new trailer theme after the first season. You're right. Plus, they effectively renamed the show from Enterprise to Star Trek Enterprise to give it more of a Star Trek identity, you assume. Huh. I would not have picked up on that as a kid, or even as a teenager, I guess, that would have been different than they'd done before. Because you're right, they've never changed a Star Trek trailer, or not trailer, Star Trek intro between seasons before. It's always stayed the same. Huh. I never knew. But yeah, Enterprise was the last one that I got to watch, but I did enjoy it. I've heard Discovery's pretty good. I mean, even my dad likes Discovery, and he's not a great person in some regards. So you would think that if it was too, like, if it wasn't a good show, the reason that he would choose to complain about it is because of the type of person that he is. Yumiko! Blessings of the Moon Goddess! Am I getting rated by midnight? Thank you so much! How are you? I saw that you were doing a short stream when I set my stream up, but how was it? Welcome in! I've made chains of chainmail. I've now made 2 of them. Eventually, they're gonna sit pretty much like this, and I will connect them going this way. And I think I would have about 3 inches. 3 inches vertically of chain right now. It is midnight! Everybody say hello! Hi, midnight! Welcome in! Thank you, thank you! Caught me on a crafting stream. Look! My nails are painted! This is a rarity, but I needed to have them painted this weekend. I think everybody... Well, no, I do have some new people. Midnight is a moon goddess. She is absolutely the sweetest person that you will ever meet in your life. And if you like comfy, cozy vibes with someone who is just an absolute sweetheart, please do pay her a visit and give her a sub. And Yumiko is our resident ghost cat, who has also come in and is one of my mods. And even though time zones frequently keep us apart, I still greatly admire what Yumiko does. And you should also subscribe to her too. The problem with being a Midwesterner when some people stream a little bit later in the evenings on the Pacific time zone. But that is perfectly okay. Oh, the hearts, thank you. Hold up. Hearts. Wait, can I don't know. Gen Z does a really weird one now, but like, a heart. It's so hard to get it properly oriented, but thank you so much. Welcome in. How was your stream? I've got about 20 more minutes and then I have to go, but I was feeling motivated and I've been making really good progress on the chainmail. So I wanted to just have a small stream. I haven't been able to stream this week. I ran out of energy. The time change is murdering me. Yeah, got it. Did I get it right? Wait a minute. Hold up. Did I put that on wrong? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I did it. Wait. I'll figure it out here soon. It's so hard getting this first one on right. Okay. I don't think I got it on right. I think it's in the wrong direction. This one's wrong. Wait a minute. Can I look at this very intently and... Nope, it's wrong. This is looking good. Thank you! Sacrificial alpaca! Wait, you can't sacrifice Holly? We need them! So, I know that you had played a little bit of 14. I don't know if you're planning on going back to it, but this cosplay is going to be for a couple of characters. that can be used for a couple of the characters in 14 for the next Gateway Fate, which was incredible. So I don't think people have been here when I've been able to, or I don't think I've got several people in here who were there when I was gushing about it. I know Holly was, and I know Frankie was, but Gateway Fate is a Final Fantasy 14 themed convention that just started up in St. Louis this year. It is run by the showrunners of Anime St. Louis, so they do have experience behind them. And for being a first-year con, it was not an entire shit show. It was very well, like, organized, small, and that is perfectly okay because I think too many cons try to go too big their first year and it just ends up screwing them over. This was delightfully run. The right amount of panels, there was this food, there was a maid cafe that I got to go to, cosplayers, an incredible Dragoon armor. Stardew wasn't working and it ended up as an open Totsu. I mean, I had a star don't Valley. I love that. You know what? You get the... Thank you for that. That was brilliant. I love a good pun. Looks so nice. It's so, like, it's just okay, but like I'm gonna do it with the long one, but like it's just, it drapes, whoops, wrong direction, it just drapes so well over your hand. It's so sensory, like it's so pleasing how it feels. I don't know, I get like, especially, so this I think is my, yeah, so this is full of just the 4-in-1 units, and you can just run your fingers through them. Whoops. It's so nice. It's a weird thing for me to just enjoy the sound of metal things. Like, actual metal. Metal bands too, but like, chimes, wind chimes, bells. Nope, that is not put on there correctly, and I'm not even gonna try to close it. North America PSTD pop, yes. Also, please forgive my stream. Oh, are either of you dealing with YouTube issues where everything on your side says that your stream should be fine, but it almost feels like YouTube is throttling it? Because I cannot seem to get Streamlabs or OBS to actually function properly with its frame rate. And I don't know what else to do. You're in the EU, so it's about to turn morning here. No! I can't have another EU person who stays up all night. I can. I appreciate it, and it's lovely to have you, but I always feel so bad when my EU viewers are like, yeah, it's morning, and I'm like, why are you here? I can say nothing. I worked night shift for years, but you know, it's the principle of the thing. All right. So, we need to stop at the daylight savings. Agreed. The upside down heart looked like the marrow beam from... Wait a minute. I think I've seen that. Wasn't that memed the hell out of? It had to have been. I feel like that's the only way I saw it, was because people memed it. Ooh, no. That's bad. That's bad. Let's try that again. Let's try that one again. Did any of you ever play a spelling game on like really old PCs? And I can't remember the name of what the spelling game was, but there was like a shaman and you had to collect letters around turtles and rhinos and hippos. Maybe not turtles, rhinos and hippos, and you fed them fruit and they turned pink and you had to spell words, but I cannot remember what the name of it was, but it actually had voice acting in it. And the guy would say, let's try that one again. And I always hear it in my head whenever I'm like, oh, let's try that again. Like, it's an earworm that I'll never be able to track down again, that will also never leave my head. Can sacrifice Lalafels but not Pacus. Yes, yes. Poor Lalafels. What did they do to deserve this much hate aside from being little menaces? So many Lalafell players that I know are just like the biggest gremlins with their characters. It's really funny. It's like everybody agreed, yes, these short stacks, make them give them hell. And like I'm a newcomer to the fandom. I just enjoy it greatly. So maybe I missed the start of the Lala revolution. Oh, that's my... Alright. Sir Doggo! Bork raid! Angie boy. He has been so angry today. And I don't even know why. Like, usually it's because of the neighbor in his truck that he absolutely hates. But the neighbor has not been by with his truck, and yet he still screams. So I don't know what's going on with him today. He's just being loud. I want YouTube to work again. I want YouTube to work again so that I can have him back as my Fugi. I'm not sure that it actually works that way. Like, you are sending the comments come through immediately, but my stream doesn't transmit back because it keeps giving me lag. Angie face. Get a smidge of a buffering wheel here and there, and it adds up. Boo! I agree. So I will go for the full hour and a half on this chainmail, and then we will go raid into Kendra. It is her birthday, and I was invited to do birthday wishes at 9:40 my time, and so that is what we will. Oh, I have messed up. I messed up. It's fine. I'm Angie, free science comrade. Okay, what have I done? I can't believe I've done this. If I checked my settings, maybe gotta lower some stuff. My settings haven't changed though. That's what the weird thing is. Nothing about it has been any different, but maybe I will just have to bite the bullet. And I mean, there were no settings changes to my knowledge, but maybe it did do something weird. I don't know. It's hard telling. I'll fiddle around with stream settings later, before my next stream. See if I can get a little bit. But here's the thing. It's been both Streamlabs and on OBS. So that's why I'm confused, because it is both. The settings wouldn't have changed on both. Oh well. I can see if I can make it work, I suppose, instead of waiting for YouTube to fix its shit. It is your own choice. I was just giving you crap. I know it is not my responsibility for me to police my viewers. Ooh, shine. All right, can I get all of these attached? Work night shifts now. Weird having your job force you to teach in gamer hours. No, that was the weird thing. Like, night shift, if you stay on night shift, you end up with your weekends not full of social plans. And then I played so many video games when I was on third shift, just because I would get up. I mean, there was nothing to do in the mornings because all of my friends were at work already, so I wasn't hanging out with them. So I would just play video games. And then on the weekends, if I didn't manage to turn my schedule around so that we could hang out during the day, I would just play video games. So not only was it DGen Gamer hours, it did turn me into more of a DGen gamer. Funny how that works when you remove people from society and give them weird hours. And then I was working during the Rona, and freaking Walmart stopped being open 24 hours. Completely screwed up so much of my plans, because I would overnight on like Friday just be like, all right, time to go get some like groceries for the week and cook them up while I'm not busy doing anything else. And then Walmart was like, no, we're gonna use this as an excuse to save money and inconvenience you. I was like, all right, that's how it's gotta be, I guess. But I'm not happy about it. Whew. I'm very pleased. Very pleased. I was hoping once these became 4-in-1s, it would be so much easier to, it would be so much, well, until I mess it up with my pliers, you know. I was hoping it would come together so much faster. The 4-in-1s, everything that is prep for this seems to take forever, but now that I'm actually making strips of it, it's much more promising. Where did my, here it is. It's still probably gonna take an upwards of 100+ hours. But at least I can see where the progress is coming now. With every strip that I make. And then I have to make the coif, and then I'll have to make... No, Sir Doggy Fugo. No, Sir Doggy Fugo. And then I'll have to make the coif, and I'll have to make the greaves. It will be a lot, but I am up to the challenge. What else am I gonna do in winter? Oh, now that would be nice. Just have a day of a very large storm. Sit with some hot chocolate, make some chainmail. Come on to stream, be like, well, all of my plans for the day were canceled, so now I get to see you lovely folks. That would be the life. Ah, speaking of things to do. Oh, it's behind so much further. Ah. Hold up. If you can bear with it for 7 more minutes. I hope. Wait. I will be done. I'm gonna get these last ones attached and then we'll call it a night. I guess I do have to look into the stream settings. I was hoping it would fix itself. Maybe I'm just complacent. That is entirely a possibility. I'm just complacent. And I've had my mind on so many other things that I just keep forgetting to do anything about it. I will do better. This is my promise to you. I will do better. Dun, dun, dun. We shall remain until the dying days, until we reach the dead ends. Is that it? Oh, I see what you were doing now. Clever. You were time stamping it so that you could see how far behind it was. Not that you thought your comments were going behind slower or going by slower, but that was your way of seeing how far behind the... I like the way you think, Holly. All right, one more and then we will call it good. And then I'll leave it running for a bit so that it will capture everything properly, you know. I'll just leave it on the end screen forever. But if that's what I gotta do, then that's what I gotta do. I missed that ring entirely. You'd think the very last one of the day that I do, I would do better at. But no. I'm a failure. Yes. Did I do that correctly? I sure freaking hope so. And if I didn't, this is going to be very embarrassing. All right, it fell correctly. Woohoo! All right. Well, I think that I will call it good there. So we made a full strip and shoulders to shoulders. All right. And then I just have to make sure it goes over my shoulders and behind my back. And then this one will be done too. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you all. I know I said, you know what? Because of how far behind it is and how long I have to keep this stream going, everybody go ahead. If you want to follow me to Kendra Bratton's stream, I will only be there for a short while right before 10 o'clock. But, well, no, I said I was gonna raid, so raid I will. So I will do this. I have beautiful hands. Thank you, Midnight. I don't think they're anything special, but also they're injured and all kinds of calloused and I don't think they're anything special, but if you do, then I won't say no. Why did that make me blush? It's not like I can control my hands. Oh shit, fuck. That happens. That happens when I get excited. So, all right. Here, I'm gonna put it on the end screen, and then when I see that it's fine, I will go ahead and send it, because you'll still be watching things. And if you're still watching things, then after I see on the playback that we've hit the end screen, or I can just ask you to tell me when you hit the end screen. That would work. Okay. With that, and raid. I'll stop the stream and raid out. Okay. So with that, I will wish you all a wonderful night. Thank you so much for everybody new who came in. Thank you for the raiders. Thank you to Brendan. I saw that you came in with the Midnight and Yumeko. Thank you, Grand Negus, for finding me from from our old FC. It was a delight. And I will talk to you all later when, I mean, I might have all the strips done and I can just start connecting them. So yeah, please have a wonderful night. It was a delight to see you. Coconut! Ah, it's been so long since I've seen you here. Ah, thank you, Coconut. I will talk to you later. Bye.